Who's the dumbest guy in town? YVES LANGO. Who's the dumbest guy I found? YVES LANGO. Who's the biggest jerk I know? Who's got a head filled with nothing but stones? Have you ever asked you to trust him, but you just say no? Who wants everything he doesn't already own? YVES LANGO. YVES LANGO. Who's the founder of Slothosity? YVES LANGO. Who brought glaciarism to you and me? YVES LANGO. Who's energetic but never gets a thing done? Who's got an ego weighs more than a ton? Who's a spoiled brat thanks to his mom? Who spends most of their free time sitting on their thumbs? YVES LANGO. YVES LANGO. Who needs a smack upside the head? YVES LANGO. Who needs a caning till his ass is beat red? YVES LANGO. YVES LANGO. Snap out of your fog. YVES LANGO. Get your hand off your cock. YVES LANGO. I've had enough of your talk. YVES LANGO. The time has come to rock. Ladies and Germs, that was a song I wrote in the late 1990s, the AXL Rose of New Rochelle, about one of the four members of the most revolutionary musical band of all time, the Tapedeck. The liquid is silent. And the Tapedeck, Eve was a genius. I met him in Michael Portnoy Math Jokes at the same time. And both of them were artistic geniuses, which means complete psychopaths in real life. Eve was a little rich kid from New Rochelle who was classically trained, and that's one thing I really liked about them both. When I met them both first, they were both maniacs, funny, crazy maniacs. I was like, that's great. But then both of them played me stuff which was like heartbreaking melodies and beautiful. They could do it all. They were not quite as brilliant as me, but more brilliant than anyone else. YVES LANGO and Michael Portnoy. And they agreed to put a revolutionary musical band together with me. And both of them, like most humans, more talk, not so much rock. And months would go by, and I'd still talk to them, say like, "Hey guys, you know what the fuck?" We went to Eve's house up in New Rochelle a couple times, and we jammed. And immediately, the first stuff we did was genius. We all had such chemistry. But of course, no one ever listens to me because I've never been wrong in my life. Why would you listen to someone who's never wrong when you can listen to someone who's never right? That's the human ego. And I'd always tell them, you know, the clock's ticking. There's shitloads of stuff we have to do. And they'd be like, yeah, whatever, casual. Well, Eve never did end up rocking with us because he ended up disappearing, and then he moved to California, and then he went to jail. Well, he didn't go to jail. They ended up locking him up in the psych ward for 8 years. It kind of affected the band. Now, you could say, well, I mean, how would that make a difference if, well, I was going to say George Harrison, but George Harrison wasn't 1,000th as talented as YVES LANGO. It's like saying, you know, I mean, if Robert Plant wasn't in Led Zeppelin, would Jimmy Page just get another singer? I mean, he could have gotten Sammy Hagar, or, I mean, he could have got David Coverdale. I mean, there's so many choices out there, right? I mean, when Genesis was one of the biggest bands on earth and they lost Peter Gabriel, it was like, so just get another guy. I mean, they auditioned all kinds of people. I mean, it was so easy. It was really easy replacing Peter Gabriel. Oh, wait a minute. No, it wasn't. They never found anyone. So Phil Collins, the drummer, finally said, I sound enough like Phil, I'll do it. YVES LANGO couldn't be replaced. And so when the tape deck used to play, I used to have to warn the audiences, ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to see is Led Zeppelin, minus John Paul Jones and minus Robert Plant. Not exactly a correct analogy, but people imagine seeing Led Zeppelin minus half the band. It's a pretty big fucking difference. And the tape deck never once did any of our music that we were supposed to do. Never once. Everything people have heard of ours that they loved and stuff, that was us crippled. That was us on fucking 3. That was us driving that fucking amazing automobile at fucking 5 miles per hour. We never, ever did one piece where the 4 of us were in a room together. I don't know if we ever did a piece where we did a couple jams, 3 of us at the beginning at Eve's house. Who knows where those tapes are? Probably gone forever. And YVES LANGO, 8 years in a psych ward. And they pumped him full of all kinds of meds and ruined him. And when I finally did find him years later, he was out of his fucking mind. And Syd Barrett, that's a good analogy. Did Pink Floyd replace Syd Barrett? No. David Gilmour, great, but you can't replace Syd Barrett. And they never did. And so he was kind of the Brian Wilson, Syd Barrett of the band. And he wanted to become a rapper. His raps were terrible. He just lost his mind. And Portnoy never had his mind. And la-di-da-di-da-di-da. Go to the Liquid Tape Deck on MySpace. There's a few examples of some of our greatness, but not, again, even at our worst, people said we were the most interesting band ever, which was true. But the stuff we had planned, mind-blowing. Some of the stuff we did, mind-blowing. The world will never see it because everyone thought I was exaggerating. Fucking asshole.